Welcome back to the show. Reese, what a performance to turn that around, to walk away with a point, and it's a real hope moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. In the next games, like if we can play like the second half, like we could definitely start maybe getting on a run of form, especially with the injured players out. And by the time the players come back, we could really kick on. But with the performance, I think the first half was a bit shaky, like the defense. But I saw a comment about Basuma being awful, and I completely agree. I don't think he was very good today. I think we rode our luck in that first half. You saw it; they hit the post twice. Sorry. And yeah, look, like I said, we could really like pick up a run here. Like we've got West Ham next; they're a beatable team at home as well. So look, I'm excited. We just need our players back, and then we can really kick on.
I hear you on that. And Orchi, I wanted to ask you about your manager today. He really made some changes in that second half that made it harder to break you down, bringing on Højbjerg, which gave you a much better foundation to spring into the attack from. Do you think that was key to walking away with a positive result today?
Yeah, I think he needed to make some changes because, as you were saying, I think the second half of the first half, we were definitely under the cosh, and I think we were lucky to go 2-1 down. I still couldn't believe it. I thought to myself, well, technically speaking, we were still in the game, being only 2-1 down. But City could have, that half could have ended 3-1, 4-1, to City. So I think he had to do something. And even then, I think Højbjerg actually had quite a shaky start. I was really livid with him. Like immediately at the start of the second half, he gave the ball away twice, and City nearly scored from both of those chances. But then after that, he started to settle down a bit more, and he definitely finished the half a lot more stronger. But again, obviously I was in the chat as well in the WhatsApp chat, Terry, and again, some of the guys were getting a bit, they were criticizing Ange for being naive, for again, sticking to his principles, and I cannot disagree more. I think if, let's say, he went with a system today where he parked the bus, he basically put 9 men behind the ball, with the quality that you've pretty much given up before a ball is being kicked already. And the chance that with the quality that City have, they would have picked us apart, and potentially we could have lost this match 4-5-0. But I like the fact that no matter what it is, and I think, and every interview that he has, he always comes out and says, "Look, whoever it is, whoever's in the team, I'm trying to create a team that plays a certain way." So he wants the players to play in this type of system, in this type of attacking football, and obviously where we fail, where we lose games, we lose them, but that just goes to show, in certain areas we need a lot more depth. Obviously today and in the last couple of games, we've been playing without actual official centre backs, so clearly the club need to back him, and they need to back him, and they can't make the same mistakes as before. They need to whoever Ange needs for this system, for this type of football, and the level of quality like Van de Ven, like Maddison. These are the kind of players that they need to bring in. We need at least 2 centre backs, probably another good quality midfielder or a winger, or even a goal scorer in January, to even have a chance of challenging for the top 4. I'm talking about top 4, by the way, not the title. Top 4, because Tottenham need to finish in these European places to kind of help kick onto that next level come the summertime. Obviously, January players are at a premium. You're not always going to get your first choice players, but we need to give ourselves a good chance in the summer to get the type of players, so that because you can clearly see, like at the start of the season when we had our best 11, you saw what Ange was capable of. But with the injuries, we've been decimated.
Totally agree. I want to say about match trends. I want to try and just keep. It's not an dig at you. I want to try and keep the answers a little bit shorter, as we can go around different points, and we'll come back to those points later. Just trying to keep it on topic. Harry, from your point of view as well, how impressed were you with Ange's approach to the game today, brother?
I mean, to be real, I thought we were going to win. I predicted 3-1. Obviously, I'm known for outrageous comments. Well, I genuinely did, bro. And then as the game was going on, I believe more and more. It was a sign from the universe when Haaland missed that shot. When that miss was there, I was like, okay, I know we're getting a result. And then at the end, I just want to say one thing, and I was going to say it last weekend, but then we lost to Villa, so I didn't say it. Kate wants to chat shit about Gio Lo Celso. Where is she? Do you know what I mean? That player hasn't started a game of football for us for ages. 2 games, 2 starts, 2 goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I also want to
good.
say as well, this is something to think about. Yes, I don't think we're going to win the league anymore. I do not believe that. But what I will say is this. Top 4 is possible. Like you said, we got West Ham next. Look at how well we done today. I know, you could say what you want about Simon Hooper's decision at the end, but realistically speaking, we had 2 fullbacks in centre-back, as we did last weekend, and we lost that game. We played the best team in the world just now, and we got a result out of it. What I want to say is, imagine what we're going to be like when we have Madders back, Sarr back, etc., Van der Ven, Romero. Imagine what we're going to be like. This season is now looking completely different to what it did a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what I mean?
I understand where you're coming from there, and I totally get that. Alan's here with us today. A game that most people thought that you were going to lose. I think even most Spurs fans felt it was going to be hard for you today, but your team stepped up. They made themselves be counted. But I wanted to ask you about the likes of Kulusevski, Son this year as examples. Also, players last year that had really poor seasons, especially from an outputs point of view, maybe not so much Son, but really stepping up for you this campaign. And they just look absolutely at home playing this more expansive and attacking football.
Look, I'll even throw Son in there last season. I thought Son was absolutely awful. Well off the pace, not scoring. Like, he goes in the same bunch of them. But this is, for me, why I back Ange, because he's getting a tune out of these players that weren't performing, the attacking football. Literally, everyone's like wanting to be part of that. And it's a joy to see. Even with all the injuries and suspensions we've got, apart from the Wolves game, the performances have been there. We didn't take our chances last time. We took our chances this time. And football happens in a weird way that Man City didn't take their chances. But this is what I'm going to sit here and say now. I'm not going to go and say that this changed our season like Harry did, but he's welcome to his opinion. I'll be honest, if the Spurs board get this right with this manager and allow him to do what he wants to do, back him properly and give him what he wants to play as he wants, none of this silly club buyers or stuff like that. I reckon in 2 or 3 seasons, he's won us a trophy and we are challenging for the league title on a consistent basis. I believe in him that much for the attacking football. Look how we played today with Lo Celso, who's played 2 good performances before today. You've got Højbjerg, who's not good enough. Brian Hill, who was like a chihuahua on that pitch. Kyle Walker was just literally palming them off and he was doing nothing. We've got so many bad players to that club, and the football we're playing, with the injuries and suspensions we've got, it is going to be good for Spurs in 2 or 3 years if the club finally get it right and back a manager. We will have to wait and see. Bissouma, I don't know what happened to him today. He's literally, I thought he was playing so badly because he was worried about suspensions. He was awful today, giving away the ball. If Spurs hadn't have been the architect of their own downfall, we would have beat City with all the injuries now. Look, Vate done a preview with me on my channel, and I said this. For some reason, Man City can't get over Spurs. Literally, it's every single time we play, more often than not, it's like they're... Look, people throw it out there. Man City, for some reason, seems to be our side chick on the pitch. Every single time we get results against them, draws when we're not meant to, wins and all that. It's just me being absolutely honest. For some reason, Man City do go Spursy when they play us, and it's good to see. But did anyone expect us to get a result out of them this weekend? No. People in the comments absolutely contradicting themselves now. Spurs are going to get absolutely slaughtered, and now going, oh yeah, we believe in Spurs and all that. Just it's not the case. I think Spurs playing out from the back, even against teams like Man City with the press and doing it time and time again, is breeding the team to this is how we play. When we have bad players come in, we're not shying away from how we play. We're literally playing the same way. So Ange is saying whether it's the people who aren't good enough or people who are like in the squad compared to people coming in, this is how we are going to play. And for me, that is just going to instill confidence with players in there, players on the cusp, players coming in. They know how they're going to play. They know it's exciting football. They know it's attacking football. And it's what I think will draw players to Ange and to this team. But again, Ange has set the team up to play the football he wants to play. And he's had success. And we're going to do this. If it weren't for these injuries, right, Spurs wouldn't be as far off the table. Like I said, apart from the Wolves game, the performances have been there. We should have put Villa to bed. We didn't. we definitely should have put Man City to bed because we had chances to win it as well. They did as well, but you weren't taking yours. We should have put you to bed. I think Ange, although I'm praising him, I will balance it. Ange made a mistake today, taking Lo Celso off the skip, gave Man City the impetus to get that third goal. If it weren't for that, Spurs would have won that game 3-2, like I predicted on X before the game even kicked, before a ball was kicked. Ange, I think, needs to realise he doesn't have to always make a defensive sub when we're in a game. I think you can criticise him, but overall, the football's good, the attitude's good, the mentality's good. Players are performing that they should do. We still have Dross that we have to get out of the club that aren't going to be good enough for Spurs. But this board, get these people correct, get the next January transfer window and the summer correctly, and in 2-3 years, you see Spurs winning trophies and challenging on a consistent basis.
I totally get that. There's lots of super chats to jump into that I'm going to do. We're going to focus on.